Celebrate Juneteenth, Freedmen's Town in Houston's 4th Ward is telling the story of pride and perseverance that comes with celebrating 160 years of freedom. KPRC2's Zorrie Jones spoke with Charonda Johnson, known as the mayor of Freedmen's Town, about the history she's grown up with and continues to share today.
I know that you grew up in this house, and now seeing that this is a house that's not only preserved for Freedmen's Town for people to come in here and tour, it's also a remembrance of you growing up and all the memories. Can you tell me a little bit about that and how that makes you feel, knowing that other people can experience the same experience that you had growing up?
It makes me feel elated. I can't describe how I feel when I come into this space. This house meant so much to me and my family, and I experienced a lot of things here that sometimes kids shouldn't experience, but these life experiences really help shape who I am today. First off, my baby sister actually passed away in this house, and we had a house funeral for her, and that was my first experience with death. That death was actually final. It's not like on TV when you die and you get up again, that it was final. And I also witnessed that Mount Horeb Missionary Baptist Church arson. They burned down the church when I was a kid, and I actually saw the arsonists burn down the church. And it was my family that called the fire wagon, but the church was wood and it quickly went up fast. So there's a lot of things that I experienced living in this house, in this community.
So I know that you mentioned that in front of us, where you used to stay, that you witnessed an arson at a church. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, that church was Mount Horeb Missionary Baptist Church. This is the original site of the church, and because the church did not want to sell to developers, arsonists came and they burned down the church. And so actually the church pivoted and purchased a lot across the street, and then some time later they actually came and purchased a whole city block. And so because you burn down the structure, it does not mean that you get the land. Historically, the historic deeds are constructed a certain way that the land will always belong to the people, regardless of the structure. It's so many people who have literally sacrificed most of their professional and personal lives to preserve this area.
And when you're seeing this and witnessing, I even hear construction right now going on, and just knowing that, the community had been through this, but we're still going strong, and we're even celebrating after, you mentioned, decades since they've been able to celebrate Juneteenth Fest. Like, how does that feel?
Right, and so this year, today from 1 to 8, we will be here in Freedmen's Town celebrating our 160 Juneteenth Fest. And so glad to be back in the community. We are often nicknamed, we are the child of Juneteenth, because after emancipation, free men and women came and settled Freedmen's Town within Houston's 4th Ward. And for us to be here celebrating 160 years of the Emancipation Proclamation is astounding. I'm just so glad that the different community organizations, the churches, got together and basically brought the celebration back home. This is the reunification of families, and we're going to start here in Freedmen's Town today from 1 to 8. And so if you are in the area, please make sure you come by. We have talent show, we have vendors, we have cooling stations, we have live music, we have panels, we have workshops, we literally have everything. And then after Juneteenth, we have summer programs. We have a lot of things going on here. We have new community projects. When I'm thinking about the church, and the church is a part of another project, we will be restoring these 3 homes to program them for the community, access and elements. And so, it's so much synergy going on here. And I'm just so grateful to the Houston Freedmen's Town Conservancy, the Contemporary Art Museum Houston, the City of Houston, for bringing us back together, and the community of Freedmen's Town, because the community believed in what we were doing, and that they were able to stand in this fight, because we literally have been fighting this fight for decades. And finally, everyone sees what we see, that this is I often call Freedmen's Town a hidden gem, because if you don't know about it, you just don't know.